All right, well, finishing off questions for Jalin Hyatt. Patrick, we'll start with you. Raise your hand and I'll call on you guys.
Jalin, I think you had like 400-something yards and 7 touchdowns coming in this game. Yeah, you were wide open several times. How are you getting so wide open? Is it scheme? Is it just what
Oh yeah, it's definitely the game plan. You know how we're coming in each week, just seeing what they do on defense, what's their tendencies, and really just having said out there, it was a big presence for them, I think. So that's what I think for sure.
Mike, and then Wes, and then Adam.
Jalin, I'm guessing you've seen Danico Slaughter go up against you a few times in practice, given the slot star situation. What's it like dealing with him, and does he like to hit as much as he says he does?
Oh yeah. You know, we have 3 scrimmages at fall camp. At that time, he was playing safety, but he's definitely one of those guys. You have to look, make sure where he's at. You know, where is he going to be at? But like I said, physical player. I'm proud of him what he did tonight, and you know he can improve. He can get even better. Just proud of what he did tonight for sure.
Wes, Adam, and then Austin.
Jalin, I'm sure when you catch the ball, you're probably looking mostly in front of you and trying to go score. But when you go back and watch the film, are you ever surprised at how much space you're in? I mean, sometimes it's 20 yards.
Yeah, I was surprised today for sure. And not only that, just I really believe it's just our game plan. You know what we seen from their defense. You know what their tendencies is, and we capitalized on that tonight.
Adam.
I think Twitter said you met Chad Johnson.
Yeah, I met him right before the game. Yeah, I met him right before the game. He's taller than I thought. I met him. It was, you know, those are the things you dream of, you know, and just to have an opportunity, just to see him, just to meet him, you know, it made my day, and I think that's why I just wanted to play so hard today, just because he was here for sure.
Austin.
I'm not sure it's 5 touchdowns against Alabama top dream, but to say that you set the single season record for touchdowns, and we've not even gotten to November yet. Can you put that into words? And do you know anything about Marcus Nash, the guy's record that you broke?
Yeah, I need to do my Tennessee history. I do not, and I feel bad about it. But I'm not even trying to, you know, think about the accolades, you know, whatever it is. Just we got a big game this week, you know, and we're worried about, you know, what we can do, you know, how far we can take it. And, you know, with the guys that we have on this team, I think they have the same goal. We all have the same goal, and I think that's why we're capitalizing on our opportunities.
Joe, and then Blake.
Jalin, obviously a huge game ahead. I know you guys have had a bunch of them already, but what is the opportunity that lies ahead going to Georgia? And how have you guys been able to bring it every week this season?
That's what you live for. You know, you live for games like that, and you know, we're going to bring our all for Georgia. It's definitely going to be our healthiest team coming into Georgia. We got our guys back. And what was your second question? I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Just how you guys have been able to answer the bell weekly all year.
Mm-hmm. Well, it starts with Coach Hyatt. It starts with the coaches. Just, you know, keeping the next game mentality. You know, that we preach that every team meeting, every practice. You know, we treat it like every game's a big game. And like I said, we just got to keep going, keep capitalizing on what we're doing, and just every opportunity that presents itself, we got to take advantage of it.
Blake.
Jalin, Coach Heupel was talking about the guys in this program who stayed throughout the coaching change and have kind of been a big part of this. You were one of those guys. Why did you stay, you know, for the coaching change? And then, you know, why do you think you guys have been able to come together this quickly and make this turnaround happen so quickly?
Yeah, when Coach Hype got here, it was hard for a lot of guys, you know, just with Coach Pruitt and the guys that stayed with Coach Pruitt. As far as I had little conversations, you know, just thinking about, you know, what would be the best step for me personally. And, you know, when Coach Hype got here, it surprised me because you look at his resume, you look at his offense that he had at UCF, you know, it speaks for itself. And like I said, we're just blessed that he's here, blessed to have the opportunity to play for him. And I think why we're so close just as a team is because I feel like a lot of people, you know, have adversity stories here, and it just brings us closer together because everybody just understands, you know, when you're at your lowest and what you can do, and just blessed to be a part of this team.
We'll go Paige, Reese, and then Patrick.
Jalin, back here. We spoke earlier this season. You know, I asked you when you're on your A game, how good do you think you'll be? And you said best in the country. To know that your sacrifice and the discipline is really paying off, how rewarding is that for you?
Yeah, it's very rewarding for sure. But we're just trying to, you know, I'm not even trying to think of any personal anything. You know, I'm just all about the team. It's all about the guys here, you know, the O-line, how they're stepping up, the defense, what they did today is amazing. And, you know, just having a quarterback and Hook, I mean, it makes it easier for the receivers, you know, it really does. And just blessed to be a part of this team. And every day that's why I wake up thinking, you know, how far can I take it personally, you know, and I just want to make sure I keep going.
Jalin, on that second touchdown, back here, the record-breaking touchdown, the ref asked for the ball back, and you were trying to get it back. Did you get the ball back, and then where's the ball going?
Oh, yeah, he wasn't getting that. He wasn't getting it. They tried to throw it back in for the field goal, and I made a little scene on the sideline to get it back. But I'm not going. I don't have it yet. I'm gonna get it at the end of the season. But I'll probably give it to my parents.
All right, we'll go Patrick, Wes, and then Austin.
Jalin, Coach Pope talked during the week about kind of you had a couple moments in the off season. There was a practice in the spring where you kind of had to push through being tired during a drive, and there was the summer when they said you catch 10,000 balls and you were catching more. Were there moments during this off season where you thought, okay, I'm going to have a big season, or has it had to happen on the field for you to sort of believe for this to happen for you?
Yeah, I definitely remember the practice that we had that day. It was a long practice. It was a hot practice, and we were going. It was a fourth quarter drill. We were going fast, and I was trying to get off. I was trying to get off the field. I was not trying to be out there, and Coach Pope kept me in there. And it just shows the coach that he is. It just what he has done for our receiver room, and what he done for Sed, what he done for Brew, Ramel. He's just a guy that wants everybody to do their job, and he's going to coach you hard. You know, every day he's going to coach you hard, and I'm blessed. You know, I'm blessed to be, you know, just a player for him, and just what he has done for me personally, you know, I can't even explain it in words.
We'll finish with Wes and Austin.
Jalin, you know, last year, I know that you've been thinking about Kentucky all week, I'm sure, but if you can remember back to the Georgia game last year, there weren't many games where people kind of stopped y'all a little bit, and that defense was able to have success. What do you remember about that game and how frustrating at times it was offensively?
You know, just with last year, with Georgia, especially a team, you know, with their defense, you have to be consistent. I felt like, you know, we started off strong at beginning for last year, and with a team like that, you every time you get on that, you know, just on the field, you have to score, and you have to be consistent. We know what we have for next week, you know, and not only that, we know the guys on the defense, and we have to bring our A game. And like I said, it's next game mentality. We're going to treat them like a regular team, you know, how we prepare, but at the same time, we know how big it is, and, you know, our guys are ready for it. We're ready for the opportunity.
You talked about several guys having kind of redemption stories. I mean, it seems like every week there's a guy that maybe wasn't a factor 2 weeks ago that's stepping up, whether it's William Wright or Nico tonight or Brandon Turnage, guys that maybe weren't a factor 4 or 5 weeks ago. What do you feel like, you know, gives every player that kind of extra oomph to kind of keep their head in there and stay ready?
To be honest, I think that's why we're so successful now. I think it keeps everybody grounded, because you start realizing where you were when you were at your lowest, you know, with all the guys, and not only that, we know how far we can take it. We know the team that we are, and we know where we want to go, you know, just with the team and just with the success that we're having. But just as far as with the stories, I think it just keeps us grounded. It keeps us hungry for the next game.
All right, let's do one more right here in the back, right?
Jalin, I tweeted your quote about Chad Johnson, and he says, "I effing love you, man."
Yeah, I think it should be the other way around. I don't, you know, I really don't. I look at Twitter sometimes and just see, you know, him coming in, and, you know, I remember I seen one thing on Twitter where he gave just somebody $1,100 tip, and he put on there like saying something about me, and I'm over here just looking at it speechless, like, man, it should be the other way around. You know, I don't know why I hadn't done it. I hadn't done anything close to what he has done, and just the legend that he is and what he has done in the league. You know, I'm blessed that just to even meet him on the sideline before the game, it made my day for sure.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks for your
Appreciate it. Thank you.